Hi there, Stretchy here. Thanks to everybody out there who's followed the channel. It does mean a lot. I mean, it's nice to have some interest out there. So I'm just going to show you a few things today. Firstly, there's a low power version of my transmitter, which is split into two versions. So we'll do the first one, which is a single channel, costed down AM shortwave transmitter. Now it'll go from any frequency from a meg to at least 8 megahertz. It won't cover the whole spectrum like that. It's Class E. It's quite narrow banded. So you're looking at 200, 300 kilohertz down at the AM medium wave end of the band, and maybe about 500 or 600 kilohertz, maybe a little more at this 43, 48 meter band, which means basically it'll cover the whole band. So our medium wave will cover the top end or the middle or the bottom end of the band. So you choose the segment you want to use, and I'll provide the oscillator for that frequency. Now this is fixed, so you have the one oscillator will only give you the one frequency, but you can buy more oscillators. I've got a programmer, so I can program them for you. I've done this to make it as cheap as possible for anybody to get a radio transmitter. And you can see by the PCB here, it's very simple. This has got the inductors taken off, which will fit here, here and here, and there's some tuning components not fitted, but and you can see the oscillators in a socket there, which you can take out. Super simple. And this is the one in as it sits in a box there. So this one's for, it's for 40 meters, so you can tell by the size of the inductors. So these are all oversized. You could use much smaller inductors, but I'd rather run inductors in thick wire, and it doesn't get as hot then, and efficiency stays high. And these are so efficient. You're looking at 90% plus. They do get a little warm, mind you, but don't forget this thing is putting out 60 watts. It's 60 watts PEP, 15 watt carrier, and it's 60 watts PEP. So you've seen the board, and these are the inductors now. There's the FET running in Class E down there, nice and efficient. This is an elliptical filter. It's got a notch at the second harmonic, so it will notch out the highest level harmonic, which is the second in a single-ended design such as this. And the harmonics are very low, and certainly should pass any qualification. So audio input, standard 3.5mm, 1/4" jack, I think you call them. On-off switch, and also just the modulation level. Now a few people have asked about this, how to set it. Well, it's kind of best set with a scope really, and if you haven't got a scope, just do it by ear. If it's sounding distorted, turn it down. If it's sounding quiet, turn it up. It really is that simple. And this is Class D PWM. It's a Texas chip underneath there. Super efficient again, really great. And if you look at the waveforms coming off this, they're so clean, really are very clean indeed. And this directly modulates the DC going to the RF stage, so it waggles it up and down, which gives you AM. So you've got a steady carrier here, and then the output is moved up and down with audio. That's how the AM works. BNC output, that's simple to fit. I know people are like the SO sockets on there, but they're hideous, and they're not 50 ohms either. They're not very good quality, and they're too big, and it's nice and neat to fit this. You can buy the adapters, of course, but I'd recommend using these connectors. They're push and twist, dead easy to fit, and made very well. 24 volts at 2.5 to 3 amps. Of course, more amps, no problem, but any less, and you'll find the voltage will start to dip. So 3 amps really, 3 amps, 24 volts, 3 amps. And that's it. Super light. Put it in your pocket. Take it anywhere you want to go. This will work from 12 volts. Really, 14 would be better. But it will work from 12 volts absolutely fine, but obviously the power is in a quarter, so it's only about 4 watts. It's normally 15-16 watts, half the voltage, quarter of the power, so only 4 watts. But for some people 4 watts is plenty, certainly better than part 15, and quite useful for driving modern linears as well. There's a lot of FETs out there now which need 3 or 4 watts to drive them, so would make a good driver for a FET amplifier. So okay, that is the costed down single channel version of my 15 watt transmitter. So we'll go on to the next one, the programmable version, in a further video.